So I got this car for a little bit under 30K. It was around 29K and some change. And honestly, that's, in my opinion, it was a pretty good deal because of the mileage on the car. This car only came with 6,325 miles on it. And I know it's crazy to believe that, a 2014 with that low of a mileage on it, it's still very hard to find a Mustang with that low of a mileage on it. And I got this car all the way in North Carolina. I was originally gonna fly to North Carolina so I could, test drive the car. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I planned on doing when I was gonna buy like a Mustang. Before I bought this one, my goal was to like test drive the car, so I could, just like anyone in general, when you're buying a car, you want to test drive the car so you know that the car functions well, and all that. So, I made the calculations, paying for flight and paying for hotel and all that, food and that, but that's separate. But still, I made the calculations with that, and then the fee that they charged me, for having the car delivered from North Carolina to Kansas, and it literally added up to be the same. So that I took the risk and I said, you know what, fuck it, man. We're just gonna have the car delivered to me. I've been literally searching for this car for a while now, and I had to go with this deal. And I came upon a lot of 2014 Mustangs with low miles, and of course out of state, which kind of sucks. But if it's your dream car, and if it's a car that you've always wanted, go for it, man, because you literally miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I had to go with this one. I told myself, starting 2023, I have to purchase my dream car, because the goal was for me to buy this car at the age of 19. It didn't happen, but I made it happen at the age of 20. It was either 19 or 20, but we made it happen at the age of 20, literally before my 21st birthday, which is in 2 weeks. So it's definitely an accomplished goal of mine. But yeah, someone commented as well in my first video, Hordo or Jordo, I'm sorry, man, if I mispronounce your name, but he commented, does anyone have advice about what I should be paying? The best option I've seen near me is a 2014 with 36K miles for 26.9K. After that is a 2013 with 66K miles for 24K. Would appreciate any opinions. Once again, man, thank you for commenting, or anyone in general who comments, likes, subscribes, all that good stuff in my videos. I appreciate you guys once again. But yeah, a 2014 with 36K miles and for 26.9K, that's a solid deal. I'm not gonna lie. The miles are still pretty low, which is a good thing. And that's what I look for, or that's what I've been searching for when I was buying a Mustang, is the miles on the car. I wanted to get a Mustang that had low miles. I was looking to buy a Mustang between 10K to up to 25K miles. That's how, that was like my set miles on a 2014 Mustang when I was buying one. I've been searching for these cars, specifically a 2014, and they've been ranging from anywhere between the 24K all the way up to the 35K mark. But yeah, since the miles are still pretty low, and for that price, that's a good deal. I would honestly go for it, man. And if it's like the car that you've always wanted, that you've been like dreaming about, go for it, man. It's just an amazing car, trust me. And he also said a 2013 with 66K miles for 24K. 66K miles isn't a lot of miles, but it's definitely up there, especially for a Mustang. But honestly, it's still pretty good miles for a car. But for 24K, that might be a little bit too pricey. For some, it might be, way too expensive or way too low. But me personally, it's like a 50-50, honestly. If it was like for 20K ish or like 22K, it would be a good deal. And you know, since these cars are almost 10 years old now, starting next year, it's kind of hard to find like these with a little under 30K. And luckily I was able to find this one a little under 30K with low miles on top of that. So again, I'm thankful and blessed that I was able to find this car, and literally like thankful for my mom as well, because she was the co-signer. And you know, without having her, I wouldn't be able to even sit in this car right now, like specifically in my dream car. You guys already know. But yeah, man, like I said, if you're looking into buying a 2014 or 2013 or any Mustang in general, and you see that it has pretty good mileage on the car and a decent price where you guys are able to like afford it based on your, you know, like financial situation, go for it, man. It's definitely worth it. You know, you're definitely gonna enjoy it in the long run. And again, like for me, I'm gonna keep this car for literally like a lifetime. You know, this is, like I said in my first video, it's been like a long awaited dream, man. Like I've pictured myself in this car, you know, driving this car, like waking up and then like just imagining myself like having the car outside like where I live. And eventually January 29th came along, the day I had the car delivered to me, and yeah, it happened, man. So again, I'm very thankful to the man above. And you know, if you're looking into buying a Mustang once again, and just go for it, man. Like you got it, man. I trust me. Interest rate was pretty high, I'm not gonna lie, and that's having my mom having good credit score and me just barely building my own credit, you know, and still getting a pretty high interest rate. So my monthly payments, I'm looking at $525 a month. And I'm not gonna lie, again, it's pretty high. But yeah, I'm able to, you know, pay those monthly payments by, you know, working. You know, just for sure, like people out there that own a 2014 or who just got a 2014 or any Mustang in general or car, that are paying way less, you know, like monthly wise. But that's just because, you know, again, it varies on credit score and all that good stuff. So, and this is like my first ever time buying a car, so it's definitely like a new like learning experience when you buy your first ever car. Now for the down payment, I gave a pretty solid down payment. Obviously it's not a stupid high down payment, but it's a solid down payment. I gave a down payment of $7,500, and yeah, it's definitely, and I'm still obviously paying what I told you guys, that amount a month. You know, currently I'm living on my own and going to school, so you know, I definitely have a lot of expenses that need to be made. You know, a good way, you know, to lead up into buying a car is saving up money. You know, try not to eat out a lot, because before I bought this car I was working, and it was literally just go to work and then repeat the same process. But yeah, also at the time I was living with my parents. It was before coming here where I'm currently am, you know, going to school. I was able to save way more money than I do now. But yeah, eventually I'll refinance the car so I could get less monthly payments and lower interest rate, of course. And yeah, but basically, yeah, for those who are curious, you know, of how much I got this car for, and you know, all that good stuff, you know, financial stuff that I'm still trying to figure out in life. But yeah, man, hopefully that would clear up some couple of things that I forgot to mention. Yeah, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, like, share the videos, turn on your notifications when I do end up posting a new video. We'll see you in the next video.